Hi, everyone. Good day. I hope you're all having a wonderful one. Today, I'm going to take a stamp out of this Unity stamp kit. I'm going to take Here's Two Moments Worth Remembering. And I'm going to use this house mouse stamp because today is Veterans Day in the States. And I want to make a Veterans Day card. So I got the house mouse stamp. It is the patriotic wrap. It was at Hobby Lobby in 2003. I don't think that's when she made it though. The person that draws these. From my understanding of house mouse, what she does is draws a big picture, takes little pieces off. Yeah, I don't think this was 2003, but that's what it says on here. So we're going to use this, and then we're going to use this paper pad that I got from the thrift store for $3. And we're going to use this polka dot to um, create with. And as you can see, it still has a little seal on there, so that's what we're going to do real quick. Open it up. This taking this thing apart caused me to poke myself in the thumb. So, yay. Let's put this paper to the side. So, I'm going to do a quick little, very colorful paper. This one might work better. Let's see. If I had small red dots, that would also work. So, let's see. I just passed the red. Oh, no, I didn't. That's pink. That is pink. Ah, yeah. So, we got lines. This is a more of a salmon color. Let's see. We have big polka dots, and that's pink. I guess I could swap it and go back here and get these little bitty dots. And then I can get the red stripes. You know the problem with house mouse stamps, if you use the little tiny ones, you have to get creative with the card background. It's so weird they put those red and pink, but that's not even pink, it's salmon, corally. But the paper is old. I think I've had this in my thing for at least a year now. So, all right, very flaggy, right? Okay, put this to the side. Let's go ahead and stamp out our image real quick. I'm going to use this gray because that's what Poet Spice suggested, and it works great for that. Now, my only concern with the stamps, house mouse in particular, is if they're not on a platform, sometimes I can't stamp them out good. So we're going to ink this baby up real good because, we get one opportunity on one side of the paper. If not, we have to turn this thing over and go for the next side. And then if that don't work, we got to go to another sheet of paper. And I'm okay with that. So if you have served in the military or you have a significant other or a child, I want to say thank you so much for your service and their service. If your daddy did in 1942, definitely thank your mom for their sacrifice, being a service member spouse is hard. Being a service member's child is hard. It's equally hard on the family as it is on a service member. So thank you all for the sacrifice. All right, that came out pretty good. Let's get to coloring. I dug this out. I went upstairs into my son's area and dug this out. Can you believe that? Oh. We went searching, okay? We went searching. So, do I want to color pencils? Yeah, we want color pencils. Oh, you know what? No, we want markers because those should be a little bit easier to use. I think I told you I was going to the Dollar Tree sometime this week. I never made it. I Today is only Tuesday, but I went to my son's school yesterday. Then I went to the doctor. Now I'm waiting on lab results from that visit. Okay, so I'm gonna color some of these stars. No, not yellow, silver. But I might be able to pull out my gel pens for that, a little bit of that. So I got all about the mice. I was just wrapped up in the flag. Get it? Wrapped. Never mind. Never mind. Sometimes we're not funny. I woke up late this morning. I kind of just slept in. It's cooler here today. Feels so good. And I just want to stay snuggled under the blanket. Oh, felt really, really good. I don't know if you've noticed. I like cold weather. I love it. I was getting my son's school clothes, and the big roommate had the TV on, and he was talking about how cold it is in Florida, and I instantly thought of Samara. I was like, "Ooh, I hope she's okay." And one of the people that they were interviewing said, "It feels like Thanksgiving." And I'm like, "It's fall. It's supposed to be colder, cooler, temperatures dropping." I'm gonna go ahead and color the flag because it's gonna take a little bit. Then I'll come back. Okay, so I decided to go with the yellow on here, and I might do the white stars on the flag just so that they can pop out a little bit more. I could not find the thank you stamp that I wanted to use. It's a calligraphy one, or cursive, I should say calligraphy. It's cursive, and I wanted to just use that. But you know what? Sometimes when you wake up from snuggled up in the blankets to the cat singing the song of his people, you can't find everything the way you want to. But I believe that what we got will do. Okay, just gonna color this ground a little bit. All right, so I just got this last little finishing touch of the white. So we got everything colored. I went out the line a little bit on the red. I tried to clean up with the white, and the white picked up the red, so I had to clean it off on this side. But let's go ahead and cut our card out. So I think what I'm going to try and do is do a layer piece, I think. So I'm going to cut this down to the appropriate size, which I don't know what the appropriate size is yet, but we're about to figure this out together. I have no idea what that size is, but I'm going to take this paper because we're doing a landscape card. We rarely do landscape cards, huh? So we're doing a landscape card. So what I want to do is just put this whole part across here. So we're gonna make this 5.5. I think this is 8 by 8 paper. Yep. So 5.5 by 4.25. All right. So 4.25, and then I'm just going to cut a little tiny strip like that, and I'm going to place this like that. So now let's make it 2 inches. Let's just cut off 6 then. By 4.25. Now I know that the flag, I mean, I know y'all know that I don't know. I know that y'all know that I do know that this is not, this is just a depiction. I mean, it's rats wrapped up in a cloth, a flag, okay? So, I mean, I should have, never mind. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I know that that's not a real flag. Oh, goodness. But it's gonna represent what I need it to represent, okay? So let's go ahead and smooth this out some. Just like this. And I still cut it a little bit too big. These cards never really represent the actual size of the A2, 4.25 by 5.5, that I thought I knew. That's why I usually cut it down a little bit extra, like an eighth, little sliver. And sometimes this little sliver is all I need. Yep. Now this paper is super, super thin, so just be mindful of that when you are using your adhesive, whatever you're going to use. Hot glue, not hot glue, um, tape or wet glue. I don't know where I got hot glue from. Today is going to be a busy day for me. I have to go to my son's school again. Um, I went there yesterday, volunteered to put, see, we was about to mess it up, y'all. I was about to mess it all the way up. I may have to go back to Aileen's. She understands me. All these other people judge me for my crookedness. Yep. So I went to the doctor yesterday, got an x-ray on my foot, and now I'm waiting on the results of the foot. It's my right foot. It's the heel. Oh, what did I? Mm-mm. I picked something up. What did I pick up? I don't know. It's okay. It is okay. So I think I told y'all this before, but whenever I do house mouse creations, I always think of Gracie, um, who's no longer here with us. But I always think of her, and I always think of Tuesday morning hauls. She used to do a lot of when house mouse was very in the store. She used to do a lot of house mouse hauls. Well, hauls, but Tuesday morning hauls with house mouse on them. Even when we did our house mouse collaboration, we dedicated it, um, the thought to her. At least I did, cause she would tell you where the sales were and stuff like that. So I hope that her family's doing well. It's a lot of people that I did not know very well, but a few of them who are no longer here. It's so interesting. I was looking up a thing, and a lady that I followed, um, her video popped up, and I was like, I know that voice. Oh, you know what? I'm not putting thank you. I'm putting this. I thought see. Sometimes you got to remember stuff, ma'am. Look at that. Look at that. Who's behind this gluing operation? I don't know. I did not hire her. She just showed up and started working. So I said, okay, free labor. Yay. I wish I had made this card before today. I could actually mail it out to some people to say thank you for your sacrifice, your service. Now, Memorial Day is for those people that paid the ultimate price, right? Those people that we memorialize and remember. So, like anybody, KIA, Yellow Ribbon families, things like that. All right. So we're gonna make this in black. These things fell on the floor like 5 or 6 times. Oh, it's oversaturated. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Feel like Phil Collins right here. Let's see. Oh no, well, let's do this lighter then. There we go. Here's 2 moments worth remembering. If you have pictures, like when I went. So last month, October, was De las Muertes. Day, the day that you go and take the sugar skulls when you go and take different things to your ancestors' grave and you commune with them. Well, the librarian, who absolutely is a rock star, like she's amazing. Um, on her desk, she had a picture of her dad, who was in the military, and she showed, the thing about education is you want to be taught, right? You want to be taught about some things, but you don't want to be taught. You want to learn. I think the beauty of people that can teach you something without you knowing that you're being taught is a art, right? It's a very skillful art that you teach people things that they didn't even know that they wanted to know. And I think that's what she did. She had a little information about what it means, right? And then she had a picture of her dad and some of his belongings on a little table. And like the candles, they weren't lit, but it showed about her communing with him. And I thought that was really cool because he had old military photos. She had old pictures of him. And whenever you see those old pictures, you always think World War I, World War II. And I always think of my grandfather, who was in the military. My grandfather was born in 1906 or 1906, right? But we say oh. Anyway, so I always think of him because his kids, none of them joined the military. Um, and I want to say it was just him and two other people from their generation. I think from my entire family, him and like two other people of the elders were in the military. Yeah. So maybe like four or five total in my family were in the military. But I was thinking of my grandfather because my mom tells me stories about it and being then African American. Um, you got treated a lot differently than you do now. if people are racist, they were more open back then than they are now versus how people are now. More a little bit more accepting of people that don't look like them. So we've come a long way, I suppose. I always think of Glory and Denzel Washington being. If you've never seen the movie Glory, it is one movie I definitely recommend you watch. It is a very good movie. I will not spoil the ending by saying anything about anything, but a lot of those people are no longer with us, like Andre Bauer, who I absolutely loved in Homicide Detective, Life on the Street. Oh, it was such a good TV show. I watched that thing religiously. The TV show that is. Let me see. Can I put this here? Yeah. I had to take something back to Amazon yesterday, and Kohl's gave me a 20% off coupon. The problem with Kohl's and their coupons is it's like a 3-day coupon, 3 or 4 day. Maybe it's 5-day coupon, but it's like, hey, come here now, buy stuff now. Let's see, from the 10th through the 17th, so 7 days. And we're just gonna put this here like that. I like it. What do y'all think? I think it's cool. Now I don't have my foam tape here for some reason. It fell or ran away. I don't know where it's at. Really, just chaps my hide. But anyway, I hope that you do celebrate your loved ones today that are here or not here. Um, Even if they're no longer here, they still and they served in the military. They sacrificed something for this country, and we need to remember that. I think this takes us to card 48. I absolutely love making this card. Yeah, this was fun. So I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope that you have a great day, and until next time, happy crafting.